Stand back, alright? Send yourself by the know the press. Just stand back and get a close and
stand right back from it, please. Just keep away from the horses, thanks. Just stand on you, don't press now.
Hi, excuse me, can you move back slightly for me? Thank you very much.
And I was born with a knee on my neck. I was not born to fit in, because I understand that needing to fit in can make you, or can make people see you as an outcast. I was born as a citizen of this world, and I refuse to be intimidated. I refuse to be conquered. I heard many people telling me that, go back to your country. Yeah, fine. Okay, I'll go back to my country. But if I want to go back to my country, give me what you stole from me. My diamonds, my golds, my coppers. I'm telling you that most of these people who are standing behind those walls calling themselves anti-fascist, none of them has a degree, because they've been to school. Waste of sperms. They were not even thought about anything regarding slavery. They don't know. It's only the unloved and the unnatural hate. We don't have a place for that on this planet. If you want to hate, or if you want to see yourself as a supremacist and see other people as inferiors, you better go to Jupiter. You have many planets. Go there. I am sick and tired of walking in the street and seeing people looking at me as someone who comes from another planet. Who knows? Maybe Pluto. Oh, you belong there, not me. This is why we say Black Lives Matter. I see a lot of comments on the internet saying all lives matter. Yeah, we know all lives matter. But all lives will never matter until and unless you recognize down there, you see a lot of monuments everywhere you go, statues. And you see ignorance, morons I call them, protecting statues over human life. And they're so proud of it. Shame. Shame! 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 So you are hailing people that are actually, as a result of what we are seeing today, the mess, the catastrophe that the human beings are facing today. Look, we have good people around. We can rewrite history. We have heroes amongst us. So before hailing or worshipping statues, we have NHS workers. Why can't we bring down the statues and put them as our icons for being in the front line for us, saving our lives? They are not life takers. How can you hail someone who enslaved another human being for 401 years and still the so-called slavery has come to an end for them? But it's just the beginning, because we have institutional slavery, we have mental slavery, which they're actually victims and they don't even know. Shame on them. Shame! 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 The killing of George Floyd, Sekou Bayo, and many others, just to name a few, is a turning point for the human race. There is only one race. We know that there are a lot of races, but we believe that human race is the race that conquers the world, is the race that protects itself, and we will protect ourselves. We are not here to attack anyone. We are here because we are peaceful, because we have big hearts. And we might come from different backgrounds, different religions, different ethnic groups, but we are one people, different colors. We sing many times, we preach many times, but as I said, it's a turning point. I was born in Africa, and for those of you who've heard about Kunta Kinte, I lived just less than 30 miles from Kunta Kinte's family. I knew about history, I still know about history, because I've been taught history in school from day one. I'm not saying that nobody can tell me about history, but I belong to history, and history belongs to me! This is now the right time to practice what we preach. It's never too late. It's only going to be too late when you don't act. And this is the high time, because each and every one of us represents the human race, but we also represent ourselves. So when we go back home, remember that we didn't come here for no reason. There's a great reason why we come here. Go back to bed, because when I know that many of you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you ask yourself is, what am I going to do for the rest of the day? Some walked, some drove, and you came here. You heard the message. Some of us spread the message. Go back home. Talk to your pillow when you go to bed. Ask yourself, okay, I've done this for the rest of the day. What's going to be the next step? Will I be refused? Or will I refuse to be intimidated? Or will I stand for what I stand for and what I believe in? Remember, never take justice in your own hands, because two wrongs can never make a right. Never. We've seen the police putting people, normal people, activists, on the terrorist watch group. And when we have terrorists, a lot of them amongst themselves. That needs to stop. The police are here to protect us and our properties, not to take lives. Take what belongs to you. The life that you want to take does not belong to you. Leave and let leave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John, for your passionate speech. Unfortunately, thousands of people have died under the police brutality. So what we'll do just now is to remember some of these victims. So myself and Josh will read out some names. So we'll say their name, and I want you all to say it back. Okay, here we go. Say their name. Shekubayo. Say their name. Sarah Reid. Say their name. Leon Briggs. Say their name. Darren Cumberbatch.
Say his name. George Floyd. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. George Floyd. Say his name. Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Say his name. George Floyd. George Floyd. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. No justice. No peace. No racist police. 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 No justice. No peace. No racist police.
Thank you, everyone. I have the pleasure now to introduce Edwin Elvis, an anti-racist activist and a member of the Black Lives Matter. Welcome.
Hi, pretty bad at the exercise, but I think at some point we all need to speak and say things. I'm mixed race, pray light for a mixed race. My dad is a black Angolan man. My mom is a white French woman. I've been called by names like half nigger. I've been called, my ex-girlfriend told me once, if I call the police right now, you'll be the one that they will arrest, even if she was in the wrong. Why? Because I was mixed race, I had a foreign name, and if there is a bit more sun, then my skin goes a bit darker. This is not right. Stereotypes and stigmas, this is what we're fighting against. Praising fake heroes and learning lies and wrong values, this is what we're fighting against. Humanity and being a human, this is what we all are. This is what we all are, and this is what we will stand for. And I hope so, and I believe that it will be so. As I said, thank you. As I said, my mom is French, my dad is Angolan. I grew up in France, learning its history, understood it, but I never agreed with it. Why? Because in those books they were just lies, even depicting the early French, the Celts, as savages with no culture. Well, no, they had a great one. These books were putting in shadows the fact that Africa built this country, helped to rebuild this country, protected its values such as things like freedom and equality.
Did he do that
So
Wednesday?
this is why, like, I started researching,
Wednesday.
I started learning history of the world, history of my ancestors, where they came from, what happened to them, and I've realized that there were many common stories, no matter if they were from Angola, if they were from France, if they were from Scotland, Germany, Netherlands, many times there were many common stories. People have been quiet for too long, and now that black people speak, Black Lives Matter speak, you have some people that have a problem with that. A few weeks ago, a sister said, we built everywhere. We shaped this world the way it is. So it's time to admit it and to demand our right place in this society. We were enslaved, deported, chained up, drowned, hanged, and yet did we give up? No. No, we never gave up.
Never.
Because we shouldn't.
We won't.
We always remembered who we were, where we came from, what we were made of. We built kingdoms in foreign countries where we were supposed to be slaves.
Yeah.
A bit of like a slave historian, slave activism. A man called Ganazumba in Brazil. He was the son of a princess from Congo. He got enslaved after the Battle of Ambuila. He got deported to Brazil to work in the plantation. He fought for his freedom. He remembered what it was. He remembered that he was a son of a king, a son of a princess. He fought. He made his kingdom, his own kingdom in Brazil, which welcomed any slaves who could escape their master. They even built a castle over there.
Hey!
Another one, Gaspar Yanga. Gaspar Yanga, that was in Mexico. He escaped with many slaves, fought the Spanish for more than 30 years. He forced the Spanish Empire, he forced the Spanish over there to sign a peace treaty in his own terms. And now in Mexico, he's a national hero. I'd never heard about him before reading about him.
Yeah!
Another rebellion in North Carolina, the Stoner Rebellion, led by a slave called Jamie. Unfortunately for those masters around there, most of the slaves they were from Angola. They were Angolan warriors from the Congo Kingdom. So when they were there, they remembered that they knew how to fight. So they fought for their freedom. They died for it. Even Jamie, the leader, died during those battles. And just so few slaves could flee to Florida and get freed. And during that full time, people have said that until the last breath they could hear Lukango. They were chanting Lukango, which means freedom in Kimbundu.
Freedom!
And I could tell you many other stories, like how strong and how proud our women are, how feared they were. Like the Queen Zinga, Queen Yenenga, Queen Amanirenas, Queen Amina of Nigeria. All those queens, they were strong. We never hear about them. We just hear about suppressed women. These are not. But yet we don't hear about them. However, in the US alone, there are more than 700 monuments dedicated to white supremacists. I don't think that's normal. So I'll let you imagine the amount of those statues in the UK and in Europe. Those statues are symbol of the worst in human history. But for decades and centuries, they have been made to be seen as symbol of freedom, great morals and heroes. I'm sorry, heroes don't fight for their own grief. Heroes fight for others. Heroes fight for equal rights. Justice. Heroes fight for stuff that are bigger than them, that are bigger than anyone. They fight for the freedom of the oppressed. If black lives don't matter, what does then? Without black lives, this world wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Our science, art, mathematics, and many other aspects of this world have been shaped by black lives.
Yeah.
When anyone had to fight for their freedom, black people were there. Sometimes they were just like freshly freed, or they were freshly escaped. They would go into an army. They would fight. They would fight the one who once oppressed them, and they would fight the one who then was going to oppress them. But they still fought. In those armies, they did not have the same treatment, the same food, the same clothes. They were that torn clothes. They would have older guns, but yet they fought for sorry.
Woo!
They fought for a simple right, which is humanity, what we're made, which is equality. Racism isn't a working class idea. It's not a working class philosophy. But yet we are the ones fighting against each other, getting distracted for common concerns, getting distracted from the ones who divide us with their fake theories, stuff like so-called like scientific theories, polygyny, Eurocentrism, etc. And now they keep this division using stereotypes, stigmas, manipulation, and putting up visionary barriers in between us, destroying what values are. I mean, we are in Scotland, and we all know how Scottish people are proud, how strong they are, how hard they fought for their freedom, how much they chanted it. It's much like the slave from the Stoner Rebellion, chanting Lukango. We, as the people of Scotland, can show the world what unity does one more time. What happened to the ones trying to control our freedom, our liberty, our voices, Our chant can resonate everywhere around the world and restore humanity, because here in Scotland we are from everywhere. We can chant freedom, nous can go liberté in whatever language we have, so everyone can hear it, everyone can join it, because in the end it's the same reality that people fought for, died for, those real heroes who should be remembered and honored. Can I just finish with, there is a man called Utan. He was a Burmese man. He was the third secretary of the United Nations during the Cold War, and he said during a speech on the 22nd of October 1977, so that's pretty old, is it possible that at long last the arm race between countries will be halted? Is it possible that at long last, by walking together towards the solution of common concern, people will be united in trust and friendship? I believe so, I hope so, I pray that it might be so. Thank you.
As we spoke, before we wrap it up, as we spoke at the beginning, I've got a friend of mine here who is currently staying in one of the hotels as a result of being moved by the mayors. So I'm just going to pass it over to him to say a few words.
Hello everyone. I am an asylum seeker. I have been here in Glasgow like 4 or 5 months, but I see myself that I should stand for my right, and I should fight for it. What I learned back in my country, I am coming from Syria, and I have stood once to my right, and I paid high price. And today I am here, and I'm gonna stand for my right. I'm gonna continue fighting, because in this life, if you are weak, they will kill you, and they will put their knee on your neck, and you will lose your life. In this life, you should continue fighting. I come here without paper. I crossed the Mediterranean Sea to Europe. I come here as I heard about paradise, about rights, about respect to human being. But what I found I still continue to fight. I want my rights. There is no difference if I'm an asylum, if I'm a refugee, if I am from Middle East, if I am black. There is no difference if I am black or white or brown. We are all equal. We are all human beings. We should not be treated like this. We should stand and we should talk, and everyone should hear us. Everyone should respect us. Because I am now in Glasgow, and I consider myself as a Glaswegian. I consider myself as I love this city, and I consider myself one of these residents. Because what? Because I'm breathing here, and I'm studying here. I'm from here. I'm not from anywhere else. I'm not from overseas. I'm from this country because I'm here right now, and I will fight here for my rights. I will never give up. They are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. I have my right. I have my right to have social distance where I'm staying. I have my right to have my privacy. I have my right to survive from this virus. I don't want to be killed because of stupid decision. I don't want to be dead because of stupid decision. I know that in my land there were stupid dictatorship. He ordered people to kill, ordered people to give a stupid decision. But here they are smart. They know what they are doing. When they move us from place where we have our privacy to find ourselves in hotel with 75 other people, what we have to do? If one of us got the virus, all of us will be dead.
Yes!
Yeah, so it's shame on this who did this decision. I don't want to say names. Thank you so much for today. I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Monday, he is the National Secretary of the Fire Brigade Union. Black and ethnic minority members, apologies for being unable to attend today. The Fire Brigade Union fully support and are in solidarity with Stand Up to Racism. We would like to loudly add our voice to the echoing voices of enough is enough in terms of racial inequality worldwide. We should all strive to eradicate racism from civil services and deliver social justice for all. We should try to encourage the elimination of the systematic racism within our society. This is an opportunity for a fresh focus on righting the wrongs of the past so we don't repeat them in the future, as we are all members of the one race, and that is the human race. Thanks so much, Joseph. Now I'd like to introduce Ruby Hirsch. She's an activist in Stand Up to Racism. Welcome, Ruby. Right, sorry, Ruby's not here. I'd like to welcome Charlotte. Charlotte Ahmed.
Welcome, Charlotte. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm from Stand Up to Racism, and I've been a resident of Glasgow for 40 years.
Hey.
I was born in a town near Alloa called Glencoe.
Good boy.
All right. And this is a city that welcomes anybody, no matter where from or why they have come here.
Yeah.
As somebody previously said from the RMT garden, if you go back long enough in your family, you were an immigrant onto these shores. And it's time those racist morons understood that. These statues around us, I'm not really sure what all of them represent. And although this is not a fight about statues, let me give you some statues that I think should be here. Joseph Knight, a slave in Scotland, whose court case, I can't remember the date,
Doesn't matter.
it broke the back of slavery in Scotland. He should be commemorated here in George Square. People fought against slavery in Scotland. They're not represented here. What about a statue to Frederick Douglass, the American civil rights fighter who spoke in this city and towns and cities all over Glasgow, all over Scotland, Ireland and England? What about a statue to real fighters for the people? James Connolly and John McClain. Why do you not have a statue to them? Scottish revolutionaries. Now, there's a lot of people who didn't want this demonstration to take place, who told you not to come. Well, I want to say thank you for coming. This represents something bigger than even we are. This is an international movement against racism, for the rights of people to live in freedom and dignity, free from fear of the police and the institutions that run our society. And we've got a job to do here in Scotland. You will know that the family of Sheku Bayo, killed at the hands of the police in Kirkcaldy 5 years ago, still do not have justice. Well, come on, Hamza Yusuf, Justice Minister. Why do we not have justice for Sheku Bayo 5 years on from his death? It's a shame. Shame on you. And when you leave this demonstration, which I want you to do safely and together, we need to continue this fight wherever you are. I want you to go to Stand Up to Racism site. I want you to look at the photographs of people who have done solidarity selfies, taking the knee in their own back courts, in their stairs, in their homes, because they couldn't be at an event like this. Solidarity with everyone who wants to fight, who did not or could not be here today. And there are hundreds of thousands of us, but that fight continues. I want you to start writing. I want you to start getting petitions. Take down the statue of Lord Roberts in Kelvin Grove, an imperialist butcher who set up concentration camps in South Africa, who cut the hands off people he conquered on behalf of the British Empire. Take that statue down. That's our statue we want removed, and replace it with something better. Something better, because that's what we're about. We're about a society of solidarity, of an injury to one is an injury to all. Stand Up to Racism tries to unite people, whatever your activity, whatever your creed, your colour, however recent you have been as a Scottish citizen. We will unite you in this fight and work with any other group that wants to unite on that banner. So we've got our work to do. Thank you for coming today. Glasgow has done us proud. The fight for justice, for freedom, for liberation continues. Solidarity with our comrades in America. Solidarity with our comrades in Africa. The fight continues. Glasgow is with you. Now, when you leave, keep your social distancing. Keep safe. That's what we are about. We want everyone to be safe. The morons have not turned up here in numbers. We have taken back this square, but we've had a fantastic demo. We want people to go home safely. So do not go on your own, folks. Keep your banners held high. You should be proud of being here today, but let's take the fight out into the wider society. No justice, no peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Safe home. If anyone needs to be escorted anywhere to feel safe getting back, come to see the stewards at the front and we'll help you out. Otherwise, see you at the next one. Thank you. Stewards, come here now. Thanks.